All right. What is up, everyone? What's going on? Thank you guys for coming back to my YouTube channel on today, Thursday, July 25th, 2024, guys. It's gonna be an amazing session, guys. We're gonna be talking about support and resistance level, guys. Something that a lot of traders do struggle with as they keep going throughout this journey. For the past 4 days, we have actually seen, different things of the trading world. We talked about But the first day we talked about smart money. Second day we talked about the Fibonacci levels. Third day we talked about just structure. The train is your friend. And this last one, we're gonna be talking about support and resistance, guys. And all of those added together, guys, they can truly play something big when it comes down to your trading, guys. But let me start sharing my screen, guys, because that's what you guys are here for. You guys are here to listen to the trading sauce, more than anything. Let me just share real quick. So no, that's showing. Oh, it's because I didn't. Oh, there you go. It should be now there. Let's go. All right, guys. So we're first things first. We're kind of gonna go through the charts that we marked up yesterday. This is basically you guys' list that you guys created, and we're gonna review what did the market do. So last night we were looking out for some buys. I mean, gold did buy. We caught some pips, but it came back and actually stopped us out, and it just started to sell during all New York session, guys. It started to just sell. As of right now, it literally came back to our rejection zone and took off from it. So it kind of shows you that a lot of times you may not have gotten the setup that you wanted it at the moment, but it will eventually come back and we will play with it. This was a powerful candle right there, guys. Yep. Next one, guys, we got some silver. Silver play exact the same thing. Silver was playing the exact same thing and is still playing the exact same thing. We got coffee. Okay, guys, can we get it up? Can we give it up for coffee? Because coffee did what it wanted to do, guys. Can we drop some coffee mugs in the chat, guys? Because actually, coffee went to where we wanted it to go to, you know? Fact, Sandra. Gold loves to be extra before it makes a big impulse. But can we drop some coffee mugs for coffee? Because coffee is just doing coffee in it, you know? All right, the next player that we got is GJ. Okay, GJ did went up, but it didn't go up just to our selling zone. It went up even higher than that, which is our daily zone. You know, we got some Bitcoin. Now, this is the one that, got me mad. But we're naming mad because she actually went from daily to daily. So that's already showing us a lot of momentum. The next one is we got ETH. Okay. ETH is doing what it needed to do, guys. Last night I actually took some buys right here. The market came, stopped me out, but it's all good because guess what? We got in position again. We didn't get into this move because this move was already done like what, about an hour ago. But look at the momentum that Ethereum is giving us, guys. If Ethereum go heads and hits our zone, this is the setup that we were playing with last night, guys. And it's beautiful to see it actually play. Not at the moment that we wanted it to play, but essentially they ended up playing that setup. So that was super dope and super fire to take a look at. All right, so let me just start from scratch to kind of give you guys the lesson of today. So today we're going to be talking about support and resistance zones, guys, support and resistance levels. And what are those? When you think about support and resistance, what is the first thing that comes up to your head? Can you drop it in the chat? What is the first thing that comes up to your head when you're talking about support and resistance, guys? I'm actually going to leave this because we're not going to touch it at all. What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Okay. Key levels, the top and the bottom, correct? Let's go. What else, guys? What else? So we got key levels and we got the top and the bottom. So essentially, you guys are actually correct. That's what you think about when it comes down to support and resistance level. We look at key levels. That's why I love the J7 and what it do. And we think about the top and the bottom, but depending on the time frame that you're looking at it. If you're looking at it from the 5 minute or the 10 minute or the 15 minute, you're gonna be looking at the top and the bottom. Now, if you're looking at the bigger time frames, you're gonna be looking at key levels. Does that make sense? Can we drop a 111 in the chat if that makes sense, guys? Because if it makes sense, it makes money. And that's what I want you guys to get into the mindset that when you're looking at the smaller time frames, if you're more of a scalper, you're gonna be seeing things of that matter. If you're more of a day trader or a swinger, you're gonna be looking at the bigger time frames as key levels, not as top and bottom. So when it comes down to support and resistance, those are areas that get tapped often. We're always gonna have something like this. Let's say the market does, let me just lock it, read. The market does this, okay? The market comes, okay? You're right here. You're sitting at this area right here. The market comes back. The market taps this again, okay? The market goes back. The market breaks through it. And instead of just leaving from it, it goes and touch a certain area, which is a key level. And then the market just goes and then just starts to consolidate, starts to create this type of momentum of, okay, consolidation type of thing. Does that make sense? And essentially, you can see moves like this that the market makes, but at the same time, it's those moves that the market comes back for a lot of times. So a lot of times, we may see movements like this within the markets. Okay. And then that's when you really got to understand that there's resistance that the market is playing on, and then there's support. And a lot of those resistance and support zones, you're going to see them a lot. And when it comes down to, when you see a lot of consolidation. And as we go into this, trading, journey, you're actually going to be able to see it more smoother as you go. Like right here, guys. A lot of you guys may be like, oh, okay, we call them daily zones because those are essentially daily zones. But in reality, it's just support and resistance levels. Like that right there, that's a support and resistance level. Why is it both? Because it's resistant, but at the same time it's supporting. Does that make sense? So we got that one right there. And then the next one that I'm looking at, right, it will be this one right here, because that's where the market is supporting itself. So that's the area that the market resists all the time, but that's the area that the market support itself from. And that's when you will really understand that's what the market in reality is. It creates support and resistance levels, and which essentially are key levels. I mean, support and resistance, you can see it everywhere, but at the same time, you have to have an area that's key. That's what we call them key levels as well. And you guys will start seeing them as we go. But let's start marking up the chart. Let's first start with, with gold. So with gold, guys, gold, they is staying. Your gold is just playing the structure. Gold is just going with structure, guys. That's what gold is moving that way it's moving. Because gold essentially is playing with structure. So first things first, we do have our daily zone up here, guys. So this is known more like a lot of us, we call them daily, but at the same time, what is that right there? That's a support area because the market supported itself right here. The market came through it, it's supporting itself and it not break through it. So when the market does not fully break through it, that's when we're seeing more of a resistance or more of a support. A support and resistance zones are defined by breaks of structures, by continuations, or by retracements. And this right here, the market is just giving us that continuation, and now it's just giving us a stopping point to create a retracement. All right. The next area that I would like to see the market go to, or the next key area, will be this one up here. Okay, that will be my next key zone. Okay, let me just move this over here. That will be my next key zone. And why is that my next key zone? Because, in reality, or key level that I like to call it, let me just move to, I like this one better. Because the market has had a lot of touches right there. It has a touch right there. It has been, resistance right here. Support, support, resistance, 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 support, resistance, resistance, break of stroke. Like this was known as a mitigation. And when it comes down to, see, it makes sense to me. I mean, 50% Fibonacci. I mean, we talked about Fibonacci the other day, guys, and you guys can really understand like Fibonacci and how Fibonacci really plays upon. And that's facts, right? And like the market right now can really go back to 50% Fibonacci to keep selling. Meaning we're talking about the momentum or the extension, because what we deal for with Fibonacci, like how I was talking about earlier this week, is in Fibonacci, we deal with extensions. We deal with this. And what I consider is that, look at that. I mean, I didn't really have to say anything or I really had to draw it. It's just Fibonacci that's doing it for me. Okay. But today we're mostly going to focus on support and resistance, really finding those key levels. Once again, key levels. So this will be my support and my resistance zone in the bigger time, in the bigger, picture. The next thing that we want to see is we want to go to the 4 hour. And I'm a believer that the market is done, honestly, selling, guys. I feel like the market's already starting is going to buy up. Why? Because the market just, in reality, the market didn't close beneath this here. If you look at this right here, the market is actually just following structure, like how I talked about it earlier this week. The next thing that we want to focus on is the 4 hour areas, the 4 hour zones. Okay. So it will be that one and that one, in my opinion. So in those areas, in those zones, we could really see the market, just going from here to here. And we could see this area right here resisting. Why? I want to ask you guys this question. When does a area become a support area? So let's say we're just, when does a previous resistance become a support? Let me see who knows the answer for that one. Okay. Goes above. Okay. That's one answer. Who else can answer that for me? When does a resistance area become a support? When it's broken, correct. When it's broken, that's when we can see that area becoming a support area. So we may have resistance, but at the same time, is it truly going to be resistant the whole time? Because it can essentially eventually break. The only reason why is this my resistance zone is because it has been previous support. You guys see that? Why did that turn into my resistance? Because it has been previous support, and that's where I see the most touches at. So I essentially see those two areas. Now that I'm right here, let me actually fix this daily because I actually like this higher better right there. I actually like the daily right there better. Now I want to go to from the 4 hour to the 1 hour. In the 1 hour, I want to actually, just fix those areas so it can be like, a much clearly point. So I like that. I like this better right here. All right. Sheesh, coach. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful movement, guys. So the market's already honestly on momentum to the upside. Like I've been wanting to buy, guys, but I feel like the time is now. And I feel like right now the market's truly about to turn around on us. And I mean, tomorrow we got Friday, so there isn't much movement that the market really needs to do for it. It can really just keep buying this whole day if it wants to, honestly. But let's look for those areas, guys. So with gold, I do see this right here, 2381.8 as my resistance, because that's where the market resists. Let me resistance. Okay. I could really see that as my resistance. And I could see this right here, which is 2370.92 as my support area. Okay. Support area. So I'm gonna wait for the market to really give me the signal if I either want to buy from a lower zone, which is, 2370.92. If in reality, guys, I would much rather buy from right here if the market just goes and comes back to really create a market structure. So let's say the market does this, because I know that this is what the market is essentially going to do tomorrow or this evening. The market's honestly just going to break through it. But at the same time, it's going to come back to create a structure and it just breaks through it. Does that make sense? And then it's going to, if there's news tomorrow, because I don't know if there's news, the market's going to come and close above this. Because if he wants to really follow the structure, he close above here. So now it's going to want to go close above that. So let me actually go check if we do have news, because I don't even know. I'm just, making assumptions on what I can really see. Let me see. It's the next day. Yep. We got news at 8:30 a.m. So what makes you think that the market cannot do this right here? Like I will honestly, 100%. If the market does make this movement, I bet you 1,000% it's gonna do that because that's what the market does when there's news. Okay, so we got 3 a.m. open right here. So we got the London open around 3 a.m. and then we got New York between like the where's 9:30 at? So at 9:30 we got the mix, what I like to call the mix between New York and London. The mix, okay? And then at 12 a.m. or 12 p.m., my bad guys, I'm sorry. At 12 p.m., that's when it's New York by itself. Does that make sense, guys? So we do want to wait and see what the market really takes up from here. So what I could essentially see is if the market can either sell from here, from this area, because all the market is really gonna do is, come here and build this money up. So that's an area of money right there. So I could essentially see some selling momentum going on during London, or like right now during London, for there to be just buys to the upside during all New York. Does that make sense? So I do want to have that right there. Let me just put it as New York open. New York. So I do want to see that like sell like that momentum happening within the market. That will honestly be really dope though. Like if you guys are with me on this one, can you guys drop a coffee mug in the chat? Drop a coffee mug if you guys are in this one with me. Because we could essentially see that buying momentum to the upside, and around that area, we could see the buildup of liquidity, which could essentially have that little pullback to the downside in that 1 hour. And then from there, we could essentially see those buying momentum. Like, honestly, guys, without a doubt, I feel like we can really go all the way up here to this whole area right here just because of all of that right there. So we could, like, right here, we could be essentially heading to that, towards that zone right there, or even above that zone right there. Because now that I have this market figured out, now I do see this whole area as money right here. So we could essentially have, Mr. Goldilocks or Miss Goldilocks just heading to the upside movement right there. So that will be like my zone, my money zone or target zone. So don't be surprised if tomorrow we do see that big push to the upside. You can even maybe push all the way to the daily zone, guys. Like essentially the market does want to really continue. It could essentially just extend himself to the upside. I'm saying, Sandra, like we've been waiting for this move, guys. And but at the sweet spot, so the spot will be 23.81, but the sweet spot will be 23.70. We could see the pullback because how much I bet you that the market's gonna come here and it's just gonna wake this out and then it's just gonna continue. Because right now a lot of people are gonna took the trade right here, and think about it, smart money, that a lot of people are gonna break even in this area right here. And when people break even, what's that gonna happen? That's gonna make a smart money take that money up and then bring it back down, waking it out, and then just like this. People were broke even right there. It's what the market did. The market did that and it just continued to the upside. Does that make sense? So that's why essentially we do want to see within the markets. So we could be seeing this type of momentum tomorrow. So this is what I want to see. This is the movement that I do want to see like happening. Let me just draw these right here. Like around this time right here, just buys, man. Like that's what I want to see. Like I want to see the market coming to pick that money up right there. So this will be a dope trade right here, guys. So do get ready for that. Like I honestly see that support and the resistance playing really big movements. Now, silver. All right, guys. So with silver, it is similar to gold. So silver is like the little cousin or the little brother. So with silver, we're actually at a daily as well. We could see that 50% pullback again. Once again, let's look Fibonacci. We could see that 50% pullback like when the news comes out with silver, because silver is like more like silver moves way more fast, but it pumps less money. Does that make sense? Can you guys drop a 111 in the chat if that makes sense? Because if it makes sense, it makes dollars. Okay, so I do want to see this right here. By the way, guys, tonight's session is gonna be a bit shorter in time. So we're only gonna do like 45 minutes, 40, 50 minutes. So we could see the market pulling into that zone right there. So with silver right now, we are seeing that I mean, yeah, we could essentially see our support right there. Oh my God, Amber Alert. Poor thing, I hope is nothing bad. And we could see this area right there. So we could see the market pulling right there. So as we can see, that's our support and that's our resistance zone right there, guys. So right here, we are sitting like, we're literally almost at our resistance. So I like this better right here. Okay. So with silver, we are seeing that. I could see silver pulling all the way up here. If the market does want to like continue to the upside, we could be seeing this right here. If the market's ready to turn around, we could be seeing the market heading all the way up there. So honestly, guys, this will be like a really, really good like setup with silver as well. You guys see how yesterday we got choppiness, but today we got like actually good setups like happening. Like this is what I'm telling you guys. That's why you want to show up every day, because even though Samuel might not have the best setup, sometimes like some days there when I have good setups, I have good setups and they play just beautifully. Like I love when my setups play the way I wanted them to play. I mean, who doesn't? I think that's everyone's like, that's where everybody wants to get to the point that, um most of their setups are actually playing. Because one thing I'm gonna tell you is like not every single trade, or there's gonna be times that are months that you're just losing, 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 losing. But if you give up like without actually, tasting success, then you're just gonna give up like real quick. Trust me, I've seen it happen so many times. Like people come into the the training space, and then like within a week or two they're out. I'm just like, dude, like, you didn't even give it a try. Like you didn't even you can even say, oh, I gave it a try, because if you wouldn't have gave it a try, you would have stayed it for a bit longer. I'm gonna just say that, you know. Like trading is a mindset game. If you don't have the right mindset with the trading, guys, you can really lose. Even if you like, I'm gonna be honest, even if you blown like account over account, just know that essentially you will get there, because everything that you go through is just a story that's getting created. Does that make sense? So we have the money right there. So the market's gonna come in and wait again. So I might leave a comment right here. So I'm gonna just put it right here. Mm, Big money will be. So I do essentially see big money or smart money coming in and waking this whole area right here, and then just taking it to the upside. So we could be seeing the upside momentum with silver as well. Like same thing with gold, same thing with silver. Does that make sense? You see, even without other setups, I'm definitely learning a lesson in just important. You need to, yep, it's as important to lose to win. Oh God, like you haven't even blown an account, so all right, so coffee. All right, can we give it up for coffee? Because coffee been playing how we wanted it to play. So with coffee, I do see this as our daily zone right here. All right, this is our daily zone with coffee. And the next area that if coffee does decide to pull up, could be seeing a lot of selling momentum to the downside. We could be seeing it coming to this area right here because, or let me actually fix this up because with coffee it's being a bit more complicated now. Let me see where we are with the Fibonacci. Yeah. Let me just look at the retracement that the market has given us. Okay, so sheesh, coach, 50%. All right. So we could definitely be seeing the market coming into this area right here. Okay, so that could be our daily zone right there, guys. You guys see how I'm playing from fib to fib? Like, I'm just playing for fib to fib. So, damn, forgot to update that thing right here. So, yeah, guys, I mean, we could be seeing the market play from zone to zone. All right, for the next 10 minutes, I'm actually just gonna mark up the charts real quick, guys, because we only got like 10 minutes. Um, Forgot to update that thing because let me tell you guys, I lost my car and I forgot to update a lot of things. So now it's like they're not even setting. I had everything set in auto pay, and I have to update it. And I'm just like, oh my Lord Jesus. Yep. I mean, um, after I end my YouTube, I am gonna stay a bit longer, guys. So if you guys do want to catch a bit more of trading, text me, privately, because I'm gonna be giving like the setups, or we can give like a really Q&A session for those of you guys who are in here. See, um, we could be having a Q&A session after this call, because we are seeing like with coffee, guys, essentially we've been giving the good setups, but with coffee I could essentially see the market just, let me see, because right now with coffee within the 4 hour I could be seeing like this right here more as our daily zone. And then we do have this gap right here, so the market will eventually come for that gap right there. So I have more stronger thoughts that the market will essentially go into this area right here. Like automatically, I can automatically see that the market will go into that area right there. So we could be seeing like selling momentum from coffee, like on this area right here. Does that make sense? We could be seeing the rejection zone right there. And from that rejection zone right there, guys, we could be seeing, let me just move that up a bit. From that rejection zone right there, we could be seeing like this right here being our stop loss, like our stop loss. So with coffee, it's more easy to give like already like setups, because when coffee opens, he's either gonna open up or it's gonna open down. But we could be seeing the support area right there just becoming support. The market supporting itself. Like the market's gonna support right there, making a lot of the sellers double think and pull out, and a lot of the buyers come in and make the sellers pull out, giving the buyers the opportunity to take it to the upside one more time. We could be seeing another rejection right after. So this is what I want to see. That's what I want to see with coffee. So with coffee, we could be seeing a lot of selling momentum. So something like this. Like this is what, almost a 3 to 1, like 3.52. Warning, if the market does want to sell from up there, that would be dope. We could be either be seeing a 3 to 1 or a 7 to 1. So we'll see. Okay, with GJ. All right. GJ is just where we wanted it to be at. Because GJ's just been giving us this whole momentum, guys. All right, let me just look at the extension real quick. Sheesh, coach. I'm not even making this up. The Fibonacci is just playing itself. Like we look at the Fib extension, the Fibonacci is just where we wanted it to be at, essentially. So with the daily zones, I do want to create this as my lower daily right here. Let me see. Right there where the market's at. So we could be seeing this as our daily, guys. Okay, that's our one of our dailies. And then the next daily, the market is literally sitting at a daily right now. It could be from this one. We could move it up to that one. I think this one is the daily actually, because where the market's at. But that was a wake right there, you know. I mean, the market hasn't given us no retracements, no nothing. Like, so the market could give us this big retracement right here to the upside. Like, it's just been big sales. Like, if you caught, drop a coffee mug in the chat if you caught any GJ sales at all. Like, if you caught any GJ sales at all, drop a coffee mug in the chat. I just want to see who caught them. I know, Brandon, you better drop up because I know you be catching them, bro. See, I knew it. I automatically knew it. Like, bro, I know you so well already with your trading with your chart. I already know which pair. I already know your favorite pair is EJ for sure, though. Like, it's not JJ, it's EJ. Like, let's be honest. Like, you like your J's, bro. Like, that's just amazing, honestly. So we could be seeing this happening, guys. We could be seeing that as a resistance right there. So I'm gonna wait because 198 could be a resistance zone right there. So I'm gonna just copy this. I'm gonna paste it, and that could be a resistance right there. Resistance, resistance. Man, uh why am I having such a struggle to spell resistance? Like, man, I don't even know. But I'm gonna just do it right there. Resistance, we could be seeing that as a resistance right there, guys. This area right here. And we could either be seeing more selling to the downside or we could be seeing more buying to the upside. Does that make sense? Our support is gonna be this one right here. See, I should take this off already because I mean we're just gonna review two Bitcoin, guys, and then that will be our last pair because we're with Ethereum, we're gonna leave Ethereum as it is, guys, because Ethereum could be the move. I mean, with crypto, I could be seeing like Bitcoin go up all the way up there. That will be the area that I'm be looking into, like which is 2000 areas. I mean, with GJ. Why did I say Bitcoin? No. Now, the last pair that we got is GJ, guys. So put really good attention on this one because Bitcoin has been the one. We could be seeing selling with Bitcoin or with crypto. We could be seeing some selling momentum. So do get ready. I do essentially want to see like the markets go up there. And then we could be seeing this right here. Okay. Now in the 4 hour. I mean, in the 4 hour, we do two things. We fix the dailies and then we just leave it right there. I mean, we could be seeing like that right there. And then the next area that I do want to see will be this one right here. Let me see where this thing is at right here. And if I do go to the 1 hour, I will be fixing those areas right there. So with the 1 hour, I do like this better. All right, so we could be seeing selling momentum with Bitcoin. I'm gonna lie to you guys. Either our resistance or or at our support zone. Either one of the two could really give us some really good resistance. Oh my God. Man, you guys get the point. I've been struggling with this resistance work. All right, so this could be our support area right there. All right, and we could be seeing selling momentum right here. Wait. So do get ready for that, guys. Like right here, we're having money getting built up in this one right here. So that's I could see like a lot of selling in this area. So because this is what I essentially want to see with Bitcoin. Selling momentum. That's what I essentially want to see. All right, let's just review Ethereum. So Ethereum is doing its thing. It could just head to the upside a bit longer just because Bitcoin is pushing up. Gold, we could be seeing that movement right there. Silver, same thing. Coffee, GJ. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it for those of you guys in my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one next week. And I'll see you guys talk because the bottom is way too crowded for me.